Hey, I hope you're having a great day. What we're going to do today is we're going to compare ticks, I hope not, picks for a jazz tone. Now, you know, picks is a very personal thing, but I want to show you how a pick can affect the sound. For our demo, we're going to be using an L5. So we're talking about jazz. We're going to use the L5 only because it's the benchmark of everything. Let's first start, and I want to show you the pick that I just used. This is a Tortex pick, and this is an 88 mil. These particular picks, I think, are fantastic. They get a sound where you really hardly hear the pick snap, which is good and bad. Now this next one I'm going to use is an 88, or is a 1 mil. It's a little fatter. But one thing about the pick is I like it, you know, I like to have it not quite as stiff. So there's a real balancing act here. You need a stiff pick. The thicker the pick, the thicker the sound. That's a general rule. But it's got to be kind of flexible enough so you can play and it's not going to fly out of your hand and what have you. So let's go and start at this one right here. This is a Fender Heavy. And this particular pick is what or this extra heavy. This is basically what I used when I was starting out. The only problem with the pick, but let's listen to it a second. It's not as loud. Listen to the difference. Crazy, huh? So this pick is not as loud for some reason. It's weird. And of course, when you have a smaller pick, the idea of it flying out in the middle of your solo, it happens. So I went to one of these kind of picks. I never thought I would like one of these. This is a 1 mil Clayton, a big old pick, right? And okay, this particular pick, now I think is a nice size. I mean, I like the other pick too. I like this. Number one, it's big. You know, it's got more mass, so it's got more material. It's going to sound a little bigger. Let's take a look and listen to this pick. I think you've seen these hanging around, the Hydro Pro or something. I don't know what the heck it is, some kind of Nylon Pro, Hydro Pro. And it's got little ridges in it, and that's kind of cool. One thing I found about the ridges is when it's in place, and it doesn't move. And so you're kind of stuck with it where you put it. Now, do you notice the difference? It doesn't have the boom, the smoothness. This guitar needs to be adjusted, by the way. But let's compare that to a Fender Heavy. To check this Fender Heavy out. All right, so I swear to God, I'm not picking any different. Now I'm back to the, what was this one? The Clayton. Even though they're the same size, just a minute difference. All right, how about some custom picks? Here's a pick that a friend of mine gave me. It's called a dog. I think something like that. I guess that spells dog. It's got these rounded edges. Very soft sounding pick. My only problem with it, I want a sharp edge. I don't know, I mean, it goes across great, but it doesn't articulate as much, and so you need a little more articulation. Let's take a look. How about this black ice? See that? 1.5 millimeter. Let's check this one out. Well, that sounds pretty good. I think it's got a lot of mass. Now, this particular pick, I think it sounds good. Again, the shape is little. Here is the pick here. I think it's called a 347. It's a Fender. And let me see if I've got one with printing on it. As you can tell, I've used them. Here it is. Come on, focus. Extra heavy. There you go. These cameras are great, aren't they? However, it's smooth. And here's the deal. I thought, this is the pick I'm going to use forever. I bought a gross of them, and then I found these other ones. So, again, that sounds pretty darn good. Let's compare it to some of the leaders here. This has got a little more snap to it, doesn't it? Here's the 88 millimeter. You know, the difference is minute, but it's unbelievable. Okay, now here's the one that, here's your traditional pick, right? And this one, it happens to be a quilter pick. I think it's kind of a medium gauge. Listen to this. Now the medium gauge sounds good for picking. Or strumming. I like to hear the pick slap. But it's a little too flimsy here. You lose control. And again, the thinner the pick, the thinner the sound. Here's a heavier one made out of that same plastic. That's okay. Here's another thin one made out of some, I don't know, I get picks. You go to these shows and you end up getting a bunch of picks. Wedgie, it's a wedgie. I don't need a pick to get a wedgie. But this is contoured. It's got a little spot for your thumb. It's kind of nice. But again, thin sound. How about a rubber pick? How about look at this sucker. It's a rubber pick. Rubber biscuit. You would think that it would have a little more smoothness to it. I'm not hearing it. I mean, it's a cool sound. It sounds good on the high end, maybe not so much on the low end. How about this Dunlap? Did we do this yet? Again with it's got all the ridges in it. Duragrip. It's like for false teeth. Here. Ooh. Did I already do this one? No, I don't think so. Boy, I like that. That's a keeper. Let's compare it with our All-Stars here. Okay, let's continue with a couple more. Here's your regular old black pick. Here's a funky little pick. It's, custom built thing. It looks like that. It's all weird. It's got these ridges in it. Thin. It feels good on your fingers, and it locks in there. Feels good. Pretty nice. Pretty nice, but little. I like a little bit bigger pick so that you can, when you switch. Okay, now let's do one other thing. Let's use the pick God gave you. Oh, wait a minute, I had one more in here I wanted to use. I had a coconut pick somewhere, made out of a coconut. It's pretty cool. How about this one? That's a nice sound, isn't it? You know what? You don't lose it either. But it takes a while to learn how to play with your thumb. Wes sure did it good, Wes Montgomery. And of course you can use your fingers. Yeah, I think. How to him again, but I don't know. That's clumsy. I've spent a lot of time learning how to go like this. And like this. And like this. So why, it's hard to do that with one finger. So I like a pick. These are my choices. This big old Dunlap. This Tortex, something like that it's called. That, I like that. I like this guy, this Dunlop. Now, one last thing. When we're talking about strumming, a medium pick can't be beat. Okay. Oh, here it is, the shark tooth. This is a very interesting pick. Look at that. It looks like a shark tooth. The Kodiak pick. It's got a little sharp little edge, but you got a little more mass on it. Anyway, that's a nice pick as well, and they actually make a holder for that for your thumb. So anyway, that about does it. Experiment with picks. Experiment. Look at. This is one of my pick cases. So I should open up a music store. So I got a lot of picks. And I tend to gravitate towards 2. Isn't that weird how you can buy like 12 picks, and in the first week you lose 11 of them, and then you have one pick now that lasts you 6 months? Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I will talk to you later. Hi, Rich here again. I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and if you liked it, hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so you can see all the guitar videos I put out each week. If you want more lessons right now, I have hundreds of them at guitarcollegelibrary.com. And if you want to learn jazz, hey, check out my course, Jazz Guitar Improv. You'll see the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you soon.